Alright, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Honkai Star Rail version 3.0. New main story quest is coming up. This is gonna be interesting. Although before we begin, I guess I will mention something. I believe a number of characters on the English dub are still muted. And it's because of some SAG-AFTRA stuff, so you know, live service game, they're more affected by it than games with longer release schedule. So a bunch of these characters won't be having voice lines right now and may not be having their voice lines for the foreseeable future. I don't mind too much. I'll just read over those lines when they do come up. But if anyone's wondering why certain characters are muted, that's why. Just a heads up. Okay. Yeah. Let's hop on this adventure to ancient Greece, whatever it is.
Please stand by, passengers. The navigation meeting will be starting soon.
Hassan isn't joining us. She doesn't think it's right to join in our vote when she's only hitchhiking with us, so she's waiting in the party car. So she did say she believes we'll end up deciding on Amphoreus. Let's prove her wrong. I'm sure everyone has a destination in mind. Where's Sunday?
He isn't joining us for the navigation meeting. He went to the party car to rest. Don't worry about him. An unexpected destination could be a great starting point for Sunday.
As opposed to Monday. It's pretty laid back about all this, huh?
Laid back? That's not exactly a word I associate with him.
Okay then.
Since everyone's here, Pom-Pom will start presenting our options. First up is the oceanic planet of Lushaka.
Mr. Mikhail's homeworld. Lushaka was hit by rising sea levels after the Stellaron disaster, though I'm not sure how things are on the planet right now.
Next, we have Melustanin, the agate world.
That's where Drilla the Beauty ascended, a world of undying allure. It's also said to be one of the initial sites of the Stellaron disaster. Probably not the safest choice.
Given the Express's fuel situation, it's worth us thinking through our options carefully.
And finally, the most adventurous option, the eternal land, Amphoreus.
Yeah, I think those are the same choices.
A planet not recorded in the databank, and a world even Achivilius never set foot on. But if this trailblazing expedition works out, it could solve our fuel problem.
No one wants to go to a Washtopia?
Jeez, stop messing around. We don't need a scrub. The Express is already spotlessly clean.
You gotta go to the car wash.
Amphoreus does have something to offer, unlike the other options. Plus, it's a completely unknown world. What better place to trailblaze?
I feel the same. While we know nothing about Amphoreus, we know the other two worlds aren't exactly safe options. Anyway, if it's a risk we're taking, we might as well throw in some adventure for good measure.
Agreed. So, everyone's leading towards the uncharted world. It seems I've got a crew of like-minded adventurers on the Express. That includes me too. I'm for Amphoreus.
Looks like Pom-Pom's voting plan won't be needed after all. It's official then. Our next stop is Amphoreus.
Greece!
Great! I'm looking forward to the conductor's jump announcement. I'll be in my room freeing up some memory on my camera. I'm going to have to snap tons of pretty pictures this time.
Don't forget to share the good news of Miss Black Swan. I better start packing up too, or should I go chat to more of the others? Yeah, we can just talk to everyone real quick, I guess. Stella, this is your first time exploring beyond the astro charts, isn't it? Doesn't feel any different to me. Worlds that have been mapped on the astro charts also present new surprises from time to time. But we'll be fine. Let's just say I have a backup plan. I'll reveal it when the time comes.
A world yet to be explored by the Trailblaze. No self-respecting nameless would turn that opportunity down. Absolutely. The Astral Express has always traveled along the silver rail laid down by Achivili. We don't normally get to venture into a world beyond the knowledge of the Trailblaze. But this time, we might just get the chance to add a brand new stop to the astral charts. I don't mind telling you, I'm a little excited.
We're gonna be unfogging the map. Dan Heng, your muted voice. I'm a little sad, but oh well. I can't provide many details about the destination this time. You can ask the memo keeper if you want to know more. Oh, the databank's getting a huge update. I suppose there's a lot to do. I'll disembark with all of you this time. We never had met this many passengers on board before. I'm still not used to it. Why don't you head to the party car first? I'll see you later. Yeah. If anyone wants the complete list, I did get the list. Characters whose voice actors have been affected by the SAG-AFTRA strike. Let me see. Stel, unfortunately. So Stel won't be getting any. Stel will be a bit silent for now until they can resolve the contract disputes. Dan Heng is muted. Himeko is muted, as we already know. Okay, apparently Kafka and Firefly will be showing up as well, but they're also affected. So they won't be voiced. We'll have to talk over them. Yeah, I think that's everyone on the list right now. So new character, I think most of the new characters aren't affected by it, but some of the established characters will be muted. It can't be helped. It's all wrapped up with the big. They're like you're striking for AI protections, which you know is fair. Can't really argue with that. It's gotta, you know. So we'll just have to put up with it for a little bit, you know.
Oh, hey, great timing! I just turned on my camera and was looking through some old photos. Can I ask you something? What's your favorite part of a journey? From start to finish?
You know what? Yeah, the start of the
Let's go
journey.
snap some photos as soon as we arrive in Amphoreus.
Just some
Anyway,
extra dialogues.
enough chit-chat. I better pack some extra batteries in case we end up somewhere without power.
Is that a common occurrence? Wait, that's not the way to. Alright, the party car's the other way. Right. So yeah, these are the rooms. These are where everybody stays. And then now we have a room. Now we have a room of our own. It's up here in the party car. Yeah, we've never actually ventured in here. But if we go upstairs here, much deliberation reason. Insufficient preparation is good as no preparation. Vessel toss your luggage aside. Having some preparation is better than none. Even formalities have their place. We went up and packed our bag. Well, you know, we take a peek up here. We have a big ass room. But, well, this entire space was just like a unused attic, so they let us have it. Now I've renovated it. Look at this fancy 5-star suite. Well, I guess it's also the meeting room, so it's not only our room. I guess it's a meeting room. You get the idea. Wax on.
Ah, you're here. I hear the Nameless are going to Amphoreus. A very wise decision. Truth be told, it's more of a personal request. Memo Keepers traverse the worlds only to collect precious memories. Have you heard that before? It's my duty to salvage unknown memories, and the Amphoreus that has been revealed by the garden's mirror is like a treasure inside a display case. Dazzling, yet out of reach. I need a sharp nail to break through that glass, and that's where you come in. Only through trailblazing can we reach the heart of Amphoreus, cut through the thick mist, and bring the world's memories back to light. I trust you won't disappoint me.
Yes, yes, Miss Wikipedia editor. I mean, honestly, that's what the memo keepers are. Are you having stream issues? I think it might be on your end. I'm not seeing any drops on my end. You might need to check.
Looks like you've decided on your next stop. I see.
No comment?
Those who embark on a long journey simply need to set off.
Well, fair. I guess he doesn't really know anything. So he's just along for the ride.
Attention passengers! The express is about to make the jump. Please be seated and hold on.
There's nothing there. Confusing. The answer lies hidden in the starry sky. Here it is, the isolated world that can only be seen through the garden's mirror. The eternal land, Amphoreus.
It's in the shape of an 8.
As you can see,
It's a
Amphoreus
Mobius
is
strip.
surrounded by a mass of chaotic matter that conceals it from the outside world.
The Sunday Night
Nearly.
Recollection. Oh no, he knows.
Conventional interstellar travel can't detect its presence, let alone pass by or land on the planet.
If you want a quick summary of the last chunk of story, Sunday is temporarily a passenger on the express because he wants to atone for what he did and go see the world and stuff. Blah de blah. He's been let out on, I guess, a sort of a short leash from the what was the IPC? Yeah, the IPC let him go for a little bit. He's on parole, yeah, basically, and he's undercover. So, but yes, he's persona non grata in Penacony, so he's not allowed to go home anymore. Yeah, he will be arrested on site if he actually gets caught there. So for now, he's just tagging along.
Yet the garden caught a glimpse of this place, and along with it, discovered ever-shifting traces.
Three paths interweave and fetter Amphoreus, co-authoring the fate of the world. Ordinary path striders are known to leave traces in the mirror, so if what you said is true, then this isolated star system must have been home to at least 3 beings comparable to Emanators.
I would even go as far as to say, eons themselves.
For a world to have nurtured such marvels, yet still remain unheard of throughout the cosmos? Now that is hard to fathom.
We really know one of the 3 paths to be the erudition.
I can reveal the second. In fact, you've all seen it just now. It's the remembrance.
An entirely new path!
I
Nobody's thought of it
see.
yet.
Then it makes sense that a messenger of the garden would be capable of unveiling Amphoreus for us. What about the final path?
Unfortunately, fate is keeping the third path a mystery. I don't know what it is either. Hidden beneath the brilliance of erudition and remembrance, yet possessing enough power to rival the other 2 paths. It could be the equilibrium, the enigmata, Or perhaps the permanence. I have no clue at all. This white ribbon of light encircling Amphoreus might very well be a product of the three interwoven paths. Only when Path Striders of the Trailblaze enter the center of the vortex will its true nature be revealed.
Still, we know far too little about the planet. What's more pressing is finding a suitable landing site. We could end up over an ocean in a vacuum without oxygen, or worse yet, in the middle of a lava feud. Have no fear, resilient little me will volunteer! I know you're fearless even in the face of death, but don't act recklessly. Everyone values you. Aww. Looks like someone is all set and itching to get off the train.
Wait, I think we might be missing someone.
March. Yeah, I was wondering where the chatterbox had gone. She said something about her camera before going back to her room. I haven't seen her since the warp. That's not like March. She's usually the most excited about expeditions. Let's drop by her room. Is March 7 okay? Oh, so yeah, it looks like Stella still has her grunt, her voice grunt and stuff, but from what I hear, her new path doesn't have her combat voice lines yet. They'll fill them in later. But yeah, she might be strangely silent during battle. Oh, and if you're wondering, Kalis as well. Both MCs. Hey, March, are you in there? Does Mem have voice lines? Yes.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what's wrong. I just feel really weak after the warp.
Did you come down to something?
I doubt it. Pretty girls aren't supposed to get sick.
Miss Black Swan, could you take a look at the memories in this room?
Gladly. I'm seeing March 7th hit by a sudden bout of weakness in her memories, as if something was weighing on her. The onset of it far too quick to be any kind of sickness.
Perhaps it's the effect of some external stimulus?
Oh, why is everyone here? I should have cleaned my room.
I invited Sunday to help with the diagnosis. He grew up in a star system rich in memoria. When it comes to mental healing, he's quite the specialist.
You've all been to Penacony before. I presume you are aware of how some might find themselves in a synesthesia dreamscape after warping to Asdana. I'm guessing this
That was your
is something
doing.
similar. Miss March appears to be affected by a certain external stimulus. Perhaps a path, an eon, or even Amphoreus itself.
I agree.
No, not everybody likes him.
That's
He's still a
likely
bit
the
on thin
case.
ice.
Why is she
To be fair.
the only one affected?
There's no way to tell at this point. It could just be a matter of time before everyone feels unwell. Before we identify the cause, my suggestion is for
Or
Miss
did you mean
March
by
to
the-
avoid
or did you
venturing
mean the
anywhere
fans?
near Amphoreus.
If we're talking in-universe, it's about 50-50.
It's
Some people
okay,
are like, don't try anything
Himiko.
funny. Some people are like,
I'll
yeah,
be
okay.
good on my own. Go ahead, guys. I'll catch up
the
once
fans.
I
Fair.
feel better.
Fair enough.
Here. Take my camera along. I was planning to take photos when we got there, but looks like you'll have to help me with that now.
No, how could I leave you by yourself?
What's with the melodramatic turn? I'll be fine.
Well, to be fair, she's accompanied us at the last few. Why don't we take out the discussion outside so March 7 can
you guys
rest?
go on ahead. Don't worry about me. I'll be back to being my hyperactive and adorable self by the next time you see me. Now, don't forget about those photos, okay? I'll be checking the camera.
Well, you know how she is with memory stuff. There's a lot of questions behind March 7th. She's a real mystery. Alright.
Do you think March 7th's past could be connected to Amphoreus?
No, that'd be too much of a coincidence. I haven't seen anything related to Six Face Ice yet. It's more likely that some kind of energy in Amphoreus affected her before any of us. Still, I want you and Dan Hung to take the lead in this trailblazing expedition. Are you up for it? What about the rest of you? Amphoreus is a crucial stop, so everyone on the Express has been roped in to help in some way or another. Venturing into the unknown world is a task perfect for you youngsters. I'm sure you both have each other's backs.
So we're staying behind to take care of the grown-up stuff.
Chin up, well, you'll get your chance out in the feud.
Someone should be taking care of March 7th, too. I can do that.
I'm fine with any arrangement you have for me.
Great, sounds like we're all good. Come with me to the parlor car then, you two. I prepared a backup plan before departure, but didn't count on having to review it so soon. I suppose there's a lot to do. I'll disembark with all of you this time. Yeah. And it's a little sad that the first time we're going out with Dan Hung instead of March, he's muted. That's a pity. Now that our ground exploration team is assembled, I'll let the conductor review our backup plan.
Yes, seeing how this is going to be a perilous expedition, Pom-Pom and the Navigator have come together to prepare a special trailblazing gift for you. Your very own car!
Our what now? Amphoreus is outside the in the Astro Peace communications coverage, television coverage, so there's no chance of remote communications when you're there. Uncoupling and using one of the express cars as your landing capsule is the best way we can ease your exploration. It can also be a safe house once you're in Amphoreus.
The car you're getting has its own thrusters, so just buckle up, and it'll take you into Amphoreus and land you somewhere safe.
The Express is more multi-purpose than I thought.
Only in extenuating circumstances. Don't go thinking you can detach cars from the Express every which way, alright? Get going whenever you're ready. Pom-Pom can't wait to hear about your exciting discoveries.
Alrighty. We don't need a car, we have an airship. Technically we
Car
own
ready
the
for
airship
detachment.
in
3,
Penacony.
2, 1.
Well, the good news is that if this is where we got shot down, at least my room is safe. I didn't renovate it for no reason. Who's there? My heckin' train car. Sometime later. Oof. Is the opening to Metroid Prime? Looking at our surroundings, you might not be too far off. My heckin' train car! Dan Hung? Dan Hung is slumped in the corner of the wreckage, his well-being uncertain. Time to come up with a name for the next reincarnation. That was one stylish landing, bro. Wait, you see Dan Hung's chest rising and falling, proof that life still lingers within him. Shake him hard. He doesn't even twitch. Looks like you gotta try some new ideas. Mount Morph Resuscitation? Ah, it's just like the opening to the first era of the game. Remember in the space station where we almost got it from Dan Hung, and then March 7 interrupted it, and everyone got mad. You recall the moment you first met Dan Heng in March 7. Yep, this is the way. It's as if someone is shouting in your ear. Just do it! It's veritably the whispers of the devil. After much hesitation, you finally lean down and... Sorry, Dan Heng. Sorry for what? When did you come to? Damn it. How long were we out for? You passed out when our car got hit. I blacked out too, but not before dragging you out. It's a good thing we were in the car, would have been crushed to pieces. We should try making contact with the Express. Miko, we made a smooth landing on Amphoreus. It looks like there's a civilization down here. Farewell, my friends. Finally free from the Express. Farewell, my prison. Message failed to send. I guess as much. It's no longer working. Looks like it's just the two of us out here now. Let's find someplace safe to set up a base of operations first. The statue and the buildings we've seen so far point to a civilization here on Amphoreus. We can only hope they're not hostile towards outsiders. Are we back to being fugitives again? Who cares? We're only here to trailblaze. What is it? Show yourself, peeping Tom! Someone's here. Ready your weapon and stay alert. Let's find out what's behind that gate. Stay quiet. So our relay isn't working either. We cannot phone anybody. We are stuck down here. Unfortunate. Oh yeah! I just realized something. One of the new features. This menu isn't a static menu anymore. We made it fancy. Just cause they could. Hold on. It opened on its own. Why is it so dark? Is it nighttime already? What? Okay, this is fancy. I see you. Over there, that pink thing. You see it too. Yes, it's not an illusion. There it is again. Is it doing all this? It's phenomenal. It's hard to explain. It's gone. That thing happened too fast for us to make any sense of it. Did you see what the creature looked like? The mastermind behind everything? It's unlikely any of the known species in our databank. It's unlike any of the known species. Well, I guess what we expected. We know nothing about Amphoreus after all. Back when we were trailblazing into Eurylos 6, we knew its history and terrain even before arriving on the planet. But with Amphoreus, all we have is whatever little Black Swan told us about the world. We can't afford to screw up this trailblazing expedition. I'm afraid we must plan for the worst. Putting a potential language barrier aside, there was a powerful attack on us just now. It's hard to imagine a planet as far out and isolated as this having the expertise to create such sophisticated weaponry. Is it any match for your dragon transmutation? I can't tell for sure, but let's not get our hopes too high. We can learn and observe as we move. Now that's one monumental city gate. Imposing and somewhat archaic, could it be a cultural site? Yeah, the area flashing between past and present is definitely a very cool touch. What are you? It looks like no one lives in this area, and that strange creature from before is nowhere to be seen, but... Look at that. A giant sphere. Judging from the prevalence of these colossal structures, this civilization is more than just great engineers and architects. The structures also indicate a universal belief system. If only it were closer, I'd be able to make out the details. If you want to take some photos, now would be the perfect time. Switch to. I'll check it out after the stream. My immersion. We're in the middle of story right now. We've waited a year. We've waited a year. What's another hour or so? Giant sphere stands between heaven and earth in the distance. At its top, the sky appears torn open, or rather, it seems to have willingly opened a circular rift. Inside, a swirling vortex churns, and the clouds periodically reflect the golden glow. If March 7 were here, she'd definitely use a girlish imagination to come up with some whimsical and creative metaphors for the scenery. Unfortunately, it's up to you to take on the team's photographer duties now. Sphere. Don't forget the city gate too. Across the cliff, the Grand Palace gates remain silent, unwilling to reveal any of the history and secrets hidden behind it. What could lie within the gate? You can't help but let your imagination run wild, like the carnage, chaotic banquets, bottomless abyss. Then you regain focus, hearing a playful voice softly whisper in your ear.
Hello? Snap out of it and click the shutter already.
Okay, I'll take the photo. These turned out great. They deserve the most prominent spot on the photo wall. Weeping angels? Something's wrong. Watch out, Stel. I'm sensing hostility. These things aren't breathing. Inorganic life forms? Looks like they want to keep us here. With a dead end and the cliff edge behind us, there's no other way out. We're going to have to fight them. You can't say it's trailblazing until you land a hit of your baseball bat. Let's do this. Attacking certain enemy and then he's to know attacking straight of war. The war was destroyed, use damage to enemies to these actions. Okay. Just hit them a bunch, I guess.
Friends?
Indulge yourselves! Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes! Set the scene ablaze!
Dreams do come true. Let the show begin.
All will be swept away by the wind.
Keep on coming. How do we break free from this?
Look out!
You've got something interesting.
Hey, that's my bat.
I bear no harm. I just want everyone to be safe.
Hey, I can understand what he's saying. Everyone to be safe.
Roaming around a place like the Abyss with weapons in tow is a show of provocation. Those soldiers are minions of the Strife Titan. They're not known to stop until all invaders fall under their feet. If you continue brandishing your weapons, you won't only be putting yourselves in the crossfire. Their looming blades will come down on the heads of the innocent.
Civil approach gets a message across all the same.
It's difficult to tell if you're friend or foe when you appear out of thin air. Even without your weapons, a great power still lurks within you. I could be putting myself in harm's way for all I know. I'd be unwise not to take precautions. So, care to share the reason for dropping in on us? Visitors from above.
Fine on. Look what you did again! Taking off only to get yourself into trouble? Ugh, you even ruined his weapon! Now you've really gone and done it. This is no way to be treating strangers!
I was just trying to fix our problem in the safest way possible.
restored your baddies from above, but we know you two are nothing of the sort. Oh, right, you don't know us yet. We are Treeby from Yanisopolis, and this is Snowy. Hurry up and apologize to them.
All right, if you say so, Treeby. I apologize for my earlier behavior. I was overly wary because both of you landed in this tumultuous region. Put me on high alert.
I understand. We're trailblazers from beyond the sky. Do you understand that? There is no point concealing anything. We saw everything. If they wanted us dead, they wouldn't be standing around talking to us.
Not from above the sky, but beyond it.
Wow, that's something else altogether. You're lucky you met us, then.
What do you mean?
She means you're lucky because we won't hurt you, but the same can't be said for others. Let's talk somewhere else. You've seen it firsthand. It isn't safe out here. As you saw, there are still many refugees who haven't been freed in the temple. We're here to rescue and escort them to the holy city, Akima. They're the reason I had to be absolutely sure you were not here with ill intent, and why I wanted you to put away your weapons. If something were to occur, they would have no way of protecting themselves. I'm Fina, from ID's Elysiae. Sorry if I offended you just now.
It's an unusual name. I'm Dan Heng. This is... I'm the galactic baseballer who's missing a baseball bat.
Oh, you mean this marvel of a weapon? Sorry, but why don't you tell me your name in return for your weapon?
I'm Theo.
Friction really does spark friendships, huh?
Oklahoma.
And here's your spear. Don't worry, this is entirely on Snowy. I'll make sure he fixes it for you.
It seems I'll have to treat Cartonis to a couple of drinks again.
We've just arrived and still have many questions. If we took and ensured our safety, traveling together would certainly be the best choice. Please lead the way. How do you view the situation? It's more to this final than meets the eye. I agree. To disarm you in a flash and even snap my spear. He's no ordinary person. He was also quite cautious, keeping his distance throughout the conversation. I tried probing for more information on Amphoreus, but he both casually glossed over it. Conversely, I believe this indicates he doesn't believe he can easily subdue us. If things have turned for the worse, our best bet is to go into a resolution by force. Yes, the timing is suspect too. The spear that destroyed our car is definitely man-made. I suspect that they might have staged the encounter, but these refugees, they're clearly not pretending. For now, it's reasonable to assume they're not on the same side as the attackers. I've been trying to come up with possible theories for that, though the answer still eludes me. Perhaps like Euralo 6, Amphoreus was served by the Silver Rail eons ago. But the databank would have at least some record of the planet if it were true. The way the girl used we and us to refer to herself is unusual too. Adopt is just a habit of speech. But compared to with other suspicions, sharing a common language is the least of our concerns right now. Let's get moving and hope the problems will resolve themselves naturally. About your spear. Though losing the spear is unfortunate, we gain some important insight. Amphoreus' weapon forging skills are on par with the craftsmanship that forged the Cloud Piercer. Looks like this world is nowhere near as primitive as we first thought. Perhaps they have more to surprise us with at this holy city they mentioned. There's someone arguing in the temple. Let's take a look, and remember, keep it friendly. I mean, if he goes dragon mode, he can just spawn more spears, right? I'm pretty sure. No, I will never agree to that.
Virtus, you acted on your own to ask the Chrysos heirs for help? To bring us into their so-called holy city, no less. We are priests of Yanis, born as footless birds. How could we possibly endure being confined to one place?
We've lost far too many to Nikador's forces, Mr. Noldus. I only want for everyone to settle down somewhere safe and to be able to sleep soundly.
Lose your faith, and you lose everything. Do you seriously think you can seek shelter in Akima? Nowhere is safe with the end times looming. I've said my piece. Leave if that's what you want. Everyone else is staying in this temple, where we enjoy the protection of Yanis, the Gate of Infinity.
Don't
The
make
gates
this
to
decision
infinity?
in haste, sir.
I
Pokemon
appreciate
Mystery
the
Dungeon
concern,
mentioned?
esteemed Chrysos heir. But please, respect that we have the right to choose our own fate.
I'm sorry you had to see that, esteemed Chrysos heir. Oh, these two with you are...
Travelers from afar. They're also headed for the Holy City. If memory serves me right, you are... Virtus? Please, you may call me Final. What was that just now?
It's an honor you remember me, Phynon. We are priests from Yanisopolis. Armies of the Strife Titan destroyed our home, forcing us to flee across many lands until we arrived here. A few days ago, I watched another companion fall to those monsters, and I was shattered. I offered a prayer to Akama, thinking the answer would take time, at least enough for me to convince Mr. Noldus. I didn't expect your arrival to be so swift.
Every place is the fair share of troubles. The Elder spoke of the end times just now and claimed that no place in Amphoreus is safe. What do you mean by that?
Excuse me, sir. Everyone knows about the prophecy. How is it that you...
Virtus, right now, we must focus on convincing Mr. Noldus to return. The Abyss is swarming with fierce enemies, and they have no way to defend themselves, leaving them vulnerable to all kinds of danger. My friends, I have a rather bold request. The two of you are quite capable. Might I trouble you to fetch Mr. Noldus? Treeby will join you. She can also answer any questions you may have.
Please give us a moment to discuss it. Phynon interrupted me as I was trying to get information from the refugee, and now he's saying the girl wants our questions. His intent is obvious. Signing something for the refugees? Yes. I believe he thinks it's worse for the others to find out that we know nothing about this world. He wants to hide the fact that we're visitors from beyond the sky. There's a rift between us and the locals, so let's play along with Phynon for now. We can also learn what Tribby thinks when we're alone with her. Alright, we'll go. If we're to be companions on this journey, it's only right that we offer assistance where possible.
You two are truly honorable. I'll stay behind to guard Virtus and the rest. Go quickly and come back safe.
Yeah, this is a dungeon waiting to be explored for sure.
I'm sure you two have a ton of questions, don't you? As for why we should speak in private, that's because quiet places are better suited for communicating with one another.
But the road ahead is cut off. Dan Hung is finally going to be able to jump? What are you talking about? None of us can jump.
Judging by your reactions, you aren't lying about being newly arrived travelers. In that case, don't blink or you'll miss the next part. Also, Snowy wouldn't dare make plans for us. It's more like the other way around. Alright, silence please! We are about to summon a miracle. We, thy humble descendants, doth surmount the myriad of passages of Yanis to stand before thee and receive the scales of judgment. O selfless arbiter Talantin, declare us innocent in the name of the law. Weigh the fruits of the present in exchange for the sweetness of the past. We summon thee, Orynyx, to lift thy curtain of memory. Once again, stir the ripples of past reverie.
Holy shit, recall! This is unbelievable. Max level recall. How is that possible?
How's that possible? Did Orynyx's prayer fail?
leave two friends. Don't stray too far away from us.
Oh, that's cool. This
Stop
is
panicking.
cool.
As long as we're with them, we'll be fine.
Yo, okay, okay. The presentation of this is definitely super cool. I wonder how they handle it. This is gonna be a really cool puzzle mechanic for sure though, right chat? Can you already see the possibilities?
Now that we're here, we can speak in peace.
I can see the possibilities.
Huh? But why does it feel a little too quiet? Just what I was afraid of. So much for a peaceful chat. The history lesson will have to wait, my friends. We must help Mr. Noldus. I'm
It'd be better if I still had my weapon.
Let the show begin.
Existence is unity.
Attack detected.
set to the scene and play.
Oh, thank you. The three of you saved our lives.
Mr. Noldus, Virtus was right. It's too dangerous for all of you to be here. Please, come back to Akama with us.
I believe I've made my stance clear, my child. Us priests would rather die in the pursuit of faith than live in a foreign land.
Don't lie to yourself, old
Sir,
man.
we deeply understand your faith in the Titans. Perhaps in your eyes, Kefali, the protector of the Holy City, is but a god from a foreign land. But we swear to you, in the name of Yanis, the Gate of Infinity, that so long as the Chrysoceres live, Akama will protect all followers of the Titans. We are one and the same.
They keep bolding those
You
words like
swear in the name of Yanis? Who are you?
it's like the same
Don't
energy
you
as the way they
remember
say
all
day
this?
for the Aeons.
Our name is Trebios.
What? You're the High Priest? Why do you look like a child? Oh no, to think that I, a mere tribal priest, dared lecture you on faith. Oh, how ludicrous. Please, forgive my transgressions.
Noldus, we do not wish to force you, but please think of the people in your tribe. The young place their trust in you, just as you place your trust in us. If you stay, they will remain here too, doomed to fall under Nikodor's spear.
If that is divine will, then I have no reason to disobey. High Priest, please guide us once again as we spread our wings on this long journey.
Mr. Noldus, I'm glad you're all right.
Virtus, I still disagree with your methods, but it doesn't matter now. Let us place our trust in the Chrysoceres.
The Dromus caravan that's supposed to meet us isn't here yet. So let's all rest where it's safe for a while.
Regrettably, our questions are still unanswered, and we now have even more. Now that things have calmed down, perhaps you two can find the time to answer a few of them.
Of course. Please, come this way. I see you've both been made aware of our troubles. I'm grateful for your understanding, so in return, please ask me anything you wish to know.
What is this end time?
Just as the word implies. It's the time of strife before the world meets its end.
That darn finality is still after me. Is this the sequel to Belobog? Are you saying a civilization is coming to an end?
To be precise, it's the whole world that's coming to an end.
What
The
are the
ancient
Titans?
gods of Amphoreus. Once worshipped by humanity, they now stand as their foes. The prophetic deliverers, with golden blood coursing through their veins.
I don't really get that part, but sure.
It's a gift from the three Titans of Fate. With their blessings, priests can awaken shadows of the past to alter reality.
You're putting it too lightly. Don't make miracles sound like a tool you can simply use at will.
The power of the remembrance, I presume. So the questions I have now. Your answers are too concise.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm not good at telling stories.
Yet a tedious and overly long explanation isn't ideal either. Let me think. Oh, right! Virtus and the others are priests from Yanisopolis. They should be adept at playing the lyre. How about playing a song for our two friends? There's a ballad that's been passed down in Amphoreus since ancient times. Happiness abound in this lush land by God's chosen. Giants raise their glasses in a toast, beheld by the 12 constellations. 3 carved the heavens and the earth. 3 wove the threads of fate. 3 molded life with their hands, and 3 guided calamity's gate. They declared the world too unstirring, hence wished endless laughter upon the living. Thus, you and I were created, with words and song to weave, and love and intimacy to give. Thus creation was complete. Who then will bear the weight of humanity's souls, to lighten the steps of the living as a whole? O great Kephali, all-knowing Father of stature so tall, yet low does their gaze willingly fall. With light of dawn heavy upon their shoulders, golden ichor spills unto the land, forming the boiling river that flows through the legacies of heroes who take their stand.
Huh?
What's with the stage effects?
Don't worry, that's just our rescue. Time to get up, everyone!
Creatures. La creaturas. They kind of look like Monster Hunter Story creatures, don't they? What magnificent creatures.
These large, mild-mannered creatures are called dromas. They're humanity's most loyal companions. We'll be relying on them to get us through the rugged mountain roads on the way to the Holy City. Dromas are very docile. Even first-time riders can steer them easily. Here, give it a try. Remember to hold the reins tight.
Oops. You did the wrong thing. This is your idea of docile?
I forgot to mention, don't touch their white stone humps. When the Earth Titan blessed these creatures, it said they also stuffed their ill tempers into these humps.
Carefully ride the drones.
See? Easy, wasn't it?
Everyone, how did you find our lyre performance earlier? We've been in exile for many days and haven't touched our instruments in a long time. I fear our skills have grown rusty, and we've made a spectacle of ourselves.
No, not at all. Your performance was wonderful, sir.
It's been a long time since we sat together like that and sang ancient ballads to our heart's content. I'm grateful to all of you for reminding me of those glorious and peaceful times. Looking back now, I admit I was too stubborn. Perhaps you really can save Amphoreus from its doom, just like how the four of you heroes saved our very lives and faith today.
Suffering's bad for your health, and it won't help your faith much either. That's why it's our inherent duty as Chrysos heirs to free everyone from suffering. It's also the reason for the Holy City Akima's existence. The only human city left in our present day.
Hey now, don't be so serious. You're bringing the mood down. Anyway, in short, the Holy City is absolutely safe. Everything will be fine once we get there. Is everyone properly seated? Then we're off! Next up, Akima!
City's under attack. Oh, this is Kayla Bait. Straight into battle, let's go. Gotta save the city. We just got here. You called it safe? It's not how tribute describe it at all. These are the enemies we met in the abyss. It seems they attack us under the work of the strike fighter. And the virgins are attacking.
Let the show begin!
Yeah. It's the safest place we know. We're totally safe.
Existence is unity. All will be swept away by the wind.
Dreams do come true. Let the show begin!
You both fought so bravely. Are you Chrysos heirs from a foreign land? Please, I beg of you, save Akima. The Mad King Nikador has returned. Look, there's strife and conflict everywhere.
Stay calm and leave this to us. We must hurry and find shelter.
Thank you, thank you. Your comrades are fighting inside the city. Fate will guide you to them.
I expected the Holy City to be a strong sanctuary, but things are less peaceful than I thought. Let's stay here and lend our support on the battlefield. You still have your broken spear. They're just minions. I called him magic will be sufficient. Our priority now is to find Final.
The main road's been blocked off. Freebie?
Don't panic. Leave this to us. Let's summon the Oryx!
Lift the curtain of memory.
Lift the curtain and stir up ripples of past reverie!
We're awakening a new path, boys! I think. Holy shit, recall! Recall, but we actually can use it. How's the situation?
It's you two. I'm sorry we got you involved again. I never expected Nikidor to lead an army and launch a surprise attack on the Holy City at a time like this. They and Kefali have always been mortal enemies, but now they've gone mad like a vicious beast.
Humanity is so doomed.
There's no need to panic. Akima is not completely unprepared. The prophecy had warned us about this. This is a catastrophe, but it's not the end.
Mr. Noldus and the others have gone to seek shelter. Leave the rest to us. You should evacuate along with the citizens.
But I thirst for battle!
I don't doubt your skills, but... Very well, but please remain by my side. These pests can't hurt you, but our companions, those known as the Chrysos heirs, their attacks do not discriminate between friend and foe.
Oh, Kefali, throne of worlds, please end your long silence and grant humanity protection.
What are you doing? It's not safe here. Seek shelter immediately. Quickly.
No. It's very safe here. The prophecy has already revealed that the light of Kefali will shine upon all.
Watch! No one will die! The heroes will protect the city!
Leave them be. Just as Mr. Noldus reveres Yanis, faith is all some people have left in a world teetering on the brink of collapse. To honor their faith is the sacred duty of the Chrysos heirs. Minions of strife, you shall not harm these people!
Until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas aflame!
Let's improvise.
Existence is unity.
Fight to land!
Bodies everywhere. How could so many enemies have made it to the front gates? Where were the city guards?
Snowy! You're back.
Oh, is this why she's got Trine? Three tribbies.
We are Trian. We are Trinan.
Oh wait, no tribby.
We are Trivi. Wait. No. Now is not the time for introductions.
Oh, that's why they all have Tri in your name, I guess. The surprises never cease in Amphoreus.
Snowy, D has been trading blows with the main forces for what feels like forever. From the skies to the city. Hurry up and assist him.
I knew it. He gets reckless once he gets the urge to kill. I'm relying on you three to handle the task of getting the citizens to safety.
Don't worry. With us here, we can just use the
Brother
century
Fails.
to whoosh the people to the safest
You're not
place
wrong.
in Amphoreus. Wouldn't that be Akama? Stop messing around and help the people! Anywhere is fine, just send them to somewhere safe!
Don't worry. Although they are a little childish, the trio are experienced Chrysos heirs, and one of the pillars of Akama. Therefore, they can definitely be trusted. Well, let's keep on moving then.
Titan King. Interesting.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to land!
Let the show begin!
Friends?
Indulge yourselves!
Dreams do come true.
Eternal. All will be swept away by the wind.
Set the seas aflame!
Eliminate the enemies on the main road and leave the rest to the Holy City's guards. They're all trained and experienced elites.
Alright, will do.
Until everything burns to ashes!
show begin!
Existence is unity.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas ablaze!
Dreams do come true.
Eternal.
Fight to land!
Let the show begin!
My friends, indulge yourselves!
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to land!
Let's improvise.
Existence is unity. All will be swept away by the wind.
Still the same old.
Set the seas ablaze!
Trina has come true. Victory belongs to
Yeah, that's definitely what you're looking at. What you looking at, buddy?
Lord Finan, you're finally here. Quick, save the Grand Craftsman. He's surrounded by enemies.
What?
Gotta go save him.
The rear is secured now. This is the result of your efforts?
Quit messing around. You know who we're dealing with.
This guy looks like he's from
Carelessness
Fate
will be your downfall. Deliver.
He looks like he's from Fate Stay Night, this guy.
Mere child. Fight between us will shatter them with the aftershocks.
You talking to me? Who are you?
Eternal.
My friends, indulge yourselves!
Fight to land!
Dreams do come true.
Tonus!
Finon.
I'm glad that you're okay. As for you, Mighty, if I'm not mistaken, shouldn't your responsibility be protecting the citizens?
What is that supposed to mean? Who are you implying isn't a citizen here?
Names of these people here keep getting stranger and stranger.
Don't evade the question. Aglaya told us to protect the citizens. Are you ignoring what she said?
It is you who forgot the second half of her words. Her original words were, protect the citizens and eliminate the invaders. The crisis in the Holy City will be resolved once we've eliminated Mikador. Speaking of which, since you've never considered the pair over there to be citizens, they seem to fit the definition of invaders.
What do you mean?
The three priests of Yanis share the same appearance in mind, and their senses are also interlinked. The Achaemins have long been aware of your presence and what you have been doing. You trust him that much? I suggest you think twice.
Provoking your allies at such a critical juncture. Whose side are you on?
We've dropped into yet another political spat, it seems.
Met, I already told you that regardless of whether it's in the past or in the future, the people of Kremnos will never agree to make peace with the likes of you. As the successor of Kremnos, I, Mighty, am not able to act independently on such matters.
Furthermore, things have escalated to a point where I must warn you, esteemed guest, that your host is anything but proficient in the ways of hospitality.
Enough! The time for internal strife now is not. Still on the offense, the Mad King is, and must be stopped by the Chrysos heirs.
Talk like Yoda, I do.
I have not forgotten about what needs to be done. Stand down. I'm more than capable of taking care of what's ahead by myself. As for you, Nikador is in the Marmorial Palace. Glaya told me to stay out of it. So, go ahead. Deliver.
I don't need you to tell me that.
You. What's your name?
I am the Galactic Baseballer.
Is that not also strange?
Is he your companion? You guys don't seem to be on friendly terms.
Well, that's the Chrysos heirs. Revered as heroes by the masses, but still imperfect mortals at their core. What a mess.
I don't see any more residents. Have they been evacuated?
Yes, Treeby acted with haste. This is Marmorial Market, the most important residential and living area in the Holy City. Pushing through by force would undoubtedly result in needless casualties. But now our backup is here.
Lord Finon and the two guests. Welcome to Akama.
These enemies aren't
When I
moving.
heard your footsteps, I thought death was already writing my final chapter before my heroic journey had even begun. Miss Casterus?
An abrupt ending to an epic that has barely begun might also amaze the people.
He dresses like a
Today,
Memo
Lord
Keeper.
Finon, Akama needs you.
Or at least she dresses a little bit like Black
Well,
Swan.
if the Mortician of the Holy City says I'm needed, then it sounds like I'm gonna live through this mess.
Well, that isn't for me to decide. All I can do is clear the obstacles and guide you to the place of Nikador's descent. Dear guests, if you would, I'd like you to please follow me. And kindly keep 5 paces distance. In the face of
There seem to be
death,
seats.
strife will also cause hesitation to arise. I am the shadow of death.
What's up with her? Well, the game won't let me get any closer than this. It's like, oh, that's what happens if you walk too close to her. Now isn't the time for risk. Maybe we should have followed her advice or kept a safe distance. Oh, no achievement for it? Oh.
There are also some enemies who are difficult to subdue by presence alone.
The scent of blood. Are you an attendant of the Hand of Shadow?
No, I'm nobody's attendant.
You can try to avoid and hide it. But you obviously came from the world of the dead. Akama, Chrysos heirs. What cowards! We live by loyalty and glory, while you live by weakness and deceit.
I'm so glad that you're not my history teacher. How much can we trust the words of someone who has sunk so deep into madness? However, if you're standing here out of loyalty, then I shall draw my blade and grant you a warrior's end.
Come to arms.
Here's our introduction to elite type enemies, it looks like.
Let the show begin!
Until everything burns to ashes!
Eternal. All will be swept away by the wind.
My friends, indulge yourselves!
Fight to land! Set to the sea, no way!
Dreams do come true.
As you wish.
Lady Aglaya once said that your time is extremely valuable and shouldn't be wasted on unnecessary conflict. I have the power to lay them to rest.
I was about to say the same. It's pointless to waste your strength on these pawns. Let's go. It's time to face strife.
Once there, you must turn into birds and fly toward the final battlefield.
Miss Castris, why aren't you joining us?
I must stay here and ensure that these soldiers do not destroy the city. Although faith is more important to the vast majority, there are still quite a number of citizens who care more about their worldly possessions.
I understand, but...
There is no need for worry. The citizens have already been evacuated, and the only living things in the vicinity are the three of you. As Lady Aglaya instructed, no civilians will be affected by this.
Do excuse my impropriety. Well then, I'll see you later, Miss Castris.
Then... could you all quietly leave?
The sound effect is so loud. He's just a
Memorial
walking sound
Palace.
effect.
Lance of Fury. Nicanor. They're all there in the distance.
What's that sound? Downhung, is that your stomach crawling? What a horrifying battle cry. Is that a titan?
That battle cry once crushed all in its path. It knocked down foes and allies alike, leaving people as fragile as reeds in a gale. My limbs trembled uncontrollably as my weapon clattered to the ground. I could hear nothing but the frenzied and shameful beating of my own heart. Fear. This is why the Strife Titan is revered. If a warrior can face this terror and still step forward, no trial thereafter can shake the weapon in their hand. You two, if you wish to retreat, this is your final chance to do so.
It's fine, I've already died a number of times before. It's fine, he's already died a number of times before. True. Actually true.
Looks like the both of you have indeed braved many dangers.
Up and stabbed, don't worry about it. We have no interest in the Titan rights. As trailblazers, lending a helping hand to the unfamiliar world is simply our duty.
Trailblazer? What an interesting concept. Surely on your worlds there must also be a Titan which is revered by the masses. But there's no need to further confirm your resolve. We shall soon cross swords with the embodiment of strife. And yet, faced against this menacing threat, your resolve only gleams more intensely. Let's get going. In the era when Kefali had not yet fallen silent, none could stand as their equal. Today, we inherit the duty of the gods, safeguarding the inhabitants of Amphoreus. Stand with me and become heroes!
Like Greek heroes? Close enough. Rotate the cruise. Oh, I see. It's deathly
Deathly
silent.
silence is the proud resonance of Nikador's war drums. Behind this watery veil awaits the arena of conflict.
Who's wailing? My head feels as though it's being ripped apart.
Stay strong. Recall your convictions and everything you hold dear. You can't do that and think of death. For doing so might actually keep you alive.
So dramatic.
Weaker.
So, more distorted?
Take your positions.
I'm so everything. Burn to ashes!
Dreams do come true. The mood is set. Just let the show begin.
Existence is meaningful.
Whoa, spears in the sky.
Stay in step.
Characters of Glory can obtain buffs by using the skill ultimate to increase Glory stats. Characters of Glory can dispel a number of Titanic corpus stacks equal to current Glory strength attack. Okay. So basically do spam out skeleton out to get more stacks. And then the stacks will let us do stuff.
Some value, I suppose. Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Aside all distracting gods extinguish your torch, Titan!
Final gap in the background.
Move.
This is not the true Nikador, just one of his many godly forms. The core flame isn't here. New allies of Okima, welcome to Amphoreus. While this welcome banquet is far from elegant, it has helped to remove any misgivings that we had. From this moment forth, you shall be treated as distinguished guests of the Holy City and of the Chrysos as...
The gates. It's somewhat unfocused. Could it be that?
Curious about my eyesight? Well, I'm not blind. On the contrary, I can see much more than the typical person. Those with golden blood always have something extraordinary about them. For me, it's perception. I don't need light to measure the world. The wind carries messages along golden threads, delivering countless sensations to my fingertips. Just like how at this present moment, the virtues possessed by the both of you have turned into a warm current that pleases my skin.
She sounds so cultured. Indeed, her manner of speaking is comparable to Sunbeam's.
manifestation of Nikador. Could it be that my trial has not arrived yet?
By following the threads of fate, you have begun to write the opening chapter of your story. How do you feel?
Well, truth be told, I don't feel any different. I anticipated a greater challenge. When Trianne followed those escaped soldiers, was that part of the plan too?
Naturally. We have long foreseen this attack and didn't intend to waste such a golden opportunity. After Nikador succumbed to madness, their fortress disappeared into the fog, with no one being able to ascertain its location anymore. However, now that they have acted out of character and attacked Arkema of their own accord, then the Holy City shall also uncover their hiding place and sound the horn of retaliation.
What an intricate plan indeed. I gave my word that after the situation stabilized, I would reveal all about Amphoreus to our allies. However, given that Arkema has just barely survived a calamity, and there are still many shaken citizens who need comfort, Aglaya, would you mind taking care of this in my stead?
Distinguished guests, since you have spared no effort in aiding the Holy City, I will naturally take care of you as well. I've woven many unforeseen events into the tapestry of fate. This is but one instance.
You two can find me at Marmorial Market after you've grown tired of listening to her tales. In any case, I owe you my hospitality.
Now then, where should we begin?
Lore dump time? Lore dump time. Lady Aglaya, could you give us some time? We'd like to get back to our mission now that the situation has calmed down. We want to lay down a beacon of the Trailblaze here. I can assure you that this will not bring any repercussions to Arkema. Think of it as a ceremony when traveling to someplace new.
Beacon of the Trailblaze. No problem. Go ahead.
With this space anchor at Amphoreus, we've taken yet another giant step on the path of Trailblaze. A few more and maybe we can reconnect with the Express.
What an interesting way to mark the start of your journey. I grow more and more curious about your cause. But please, let me first properly extend my hospitality to you. The conversation we must have will likely be quite lengthy, so why don't we go somewhere more suitable for that?
Well, we've laid down our first teleport point, it looks like.
We're here at Marmorial Palace, Arkema's public baths. Normally, this place would be much livelier. This is a good place for our chat. Both of you are new here, so it's only natural to be confused about the prophecy, titans, and Chrysos heirs that have been mentioned in passing. But I'd like you to learn about Amphoreus' history before I tell you more. The bath sprites are excited to begin. This bath contains spirit water that has been blessed by the Ocean Titan. It can guide you back into the distant past. Go ahead, step in, and listen to what the comforting ripples have to say.
Huh. Well, exposition, what's the term I'm looking for? Mechanism? Whatever. This feels a little embarrassing.
If it'll make you feel better, I can avert my gaze.
It's not what I meant, but whatever. Alright, let's walk into the water.
Quiet your thoughts. Feelings are far more honest than words and can better satisfy your curiosity. Close your eyes and feel the warm ripples of water embrace you. Feel the delivery of this account from the seas. The spirit water shall show you Amphoreus' distant and recent past.
Before everything began, the world was in chaos.
It's delivered via a movie trailer announcement.
3 gods conceived space, time, and laws, laying down the cornerstones of life for all beings. 3 more gods formed the skies, the earth, and the ocean, creating a nursery for the seedlings of life to mature. Then came Kefali, throne of worlds, and the father of all people. They walked the face of the earth, delighted by the creations of their fellow gods, though also lamenting at the bare solitude of the gods. And so, they made clay figures in their likeness, and allowed their golden blood to course through these creations, bestowing the breath of life upon them. The wise Circes soon came forth and peeled open fruits from a flowering tree, granting reason to these clay beings, allowing them to learn and reflect. Curiosity propelled the dignified Nestia to confer upon them an eye for beauty and a desire for love, teaching them to revere their beauty. With that, the first humans were born.
Yawn and try to pay attention.
In
You know
this
what?
fleeting
I'll let it run.
golden age, all forms of life thrived, and civilizations sprouted one after the other. Disasters and suffering were unheard of in this world. Landforms did not erode with time, nor did humans age or die. Not until the 3 calamities fell upon the world: trickery, strife, and death. Their descent burst open the short period of prosperity, as though it were nothing more than a dewdrop. The black tide swallowed the world whole, inundating it in blood. Fear permeated every corner of the world like a plague, inebriating mankind far more easily than ambrosia would. Mortals took up arms against one another, waging war in the name of the gods, marking the beginning of a tumultuous age. The wrath of the gods enveloped the earth and hid the firmament in shadows, ensnaring every living being. The divine war only led to one outcome: a shattered world on its death march toward destruction.
Too much to take in. Well, I mean, this is definitely just some mythology
Is
stuff.
something wrong? The sprite is only halfway through the story, but I seem to be detecting some distress and unease.
No one enjoys purple prose.
I see. Perhaps the words are too cryptic for you. That's why you find it difficult to understand.
Are they poking fun at the fact that
We
the...
can try a different approach. You'll be glad to know that Bath sprites have mastered the art of catering to the needs of others.
Sounds like they're making fun of Penacony writing.
Take my suggestion, Bath sprites. Please narrate the story in a style that this guest prefers.
Okie doke, make yourself comfortable. Time for a history class on Amphoreus.
This is catering to my preference?
No butting in! Class is still ongoing! Where did I stop the last time? Oh, right. Amphoreus started off as a ball of chaos. The 3 Fate Titans wrote laws to govern the world. Another 3 Foundation Titans created the earth, ocean, and skies. And a different 3 Creation Titans designed and gave life to human beings, like you and me. But 3 baddie Titans soon snuck in.
Wait a second, is this Paimon's voice actor?
Horrible disaster with them.
Is the joke that Paimon is narrating to us?
The Titans got angry, and no one was willing to give in. Their followers then decided to do the same, fighting and killing each other. Everyone fought for a really, really long time, disturbing and hurting all people living in the world. Until one day, something big happened. A prophecy appeared on Amphoreus, something no one saw coming. The tripartite prophecy says there is only one way to stop this war. Assemble a band of heroes powerful enough to take on the 12 Titans and reignite their core flames. Only then will their divine wrath abate and peace return to the world. We know this band of heroes by a certain name. Any guesses? That's right! The Chrysos Heirs! So, here's the takeaway. Eat well and train well, so you can grow up into a powerful hero and do your part for Amphoreus!
Is something else wrong?
You're treating me like a child.
Is that so? Looks like you're a bit hard to please. Trusting and perceptive at the same time.
Forrest seems to be going through a rough
Rough
patch.
That's a mild way to put it. I seem to hear a note of pity in that question. Perhaps you find us to be weak and defenseless.
Well, not really.
I suppose the things that are common knowledge to us are just a garbled mess to you. If we want to straighten out the threads of this world, perhaps I should explain things to you myself. We can move on to the problem at hand, now that both of you have some understanding of Amphoreus' history. Come with me.
This feels like, okay, you know what? Let's just we'll throw a little bit of lore at you, but then we'll just leave it be, and then we'll get to the actual part that concerns the player. Yeah? Yeah. At least we're less confused about what's going on, like in Pentecost, you know. not that it was a problem, I guess, but it was definitely very heavy on the early part.
The way up from here leads to a bath that the Council granted exclusively to the Chrysos heirs. The bath is strictly off-limits to anyone other than the heirs. I'm willing to make an exception, considering you're guests from beyond the sky. But if I were to bring both of you in at once, I'd be blatantly disrespecting our traditions.
Seems that prophesized heroes and civilians aren't treated equally in Alchema. Why don't you go up with us, though? I don't mind waiting for you here.
You have a very considerate partner. Follow me, then.
Why don't you go with her? I don't mind waiting for you here. Alright. Oh, it's an elevator.
Take a seat. Make yourself comfortable, then close your eyes.
A sofa inside a pool seems like a bad idea, chat, but what do I know? Whatever, bare feet. Close my eyes again.
I won't force you, but people hope to regard one another with bare honesty when they enter a bath. Are you willing to trust me? Thank you. You can also move a little to your left. The water is warmer there. Now place your left hand onto the bench. Lift up your arm with your palm facing forward and part your fingers slightly.
Well, you know what? We're a maverick.
I understand now. You do not really distrust me. You just wish to show your rebellious side.
Oh god, she packed us immediately. If your cheeks warm, quickly switch hands.
Yes, you're doing great. Alright. It's about time I formally introduce myself. I am Aglaya the Gold Weaver, Dressmaster of Akima, and one of the Chrysos heirs of Amphoreus. The trust placed in me is how I came to lead the Chrysos heirs in our mission today. My duty may be to weave lavish robes, but I most enjoy coming to these baths in my personal time. Garments are shields, after all, hiding both our bodies and what we truly think. This place, though, is where we can drop our cloaks of pretense. For the waters shall bring us closer together. You can open your eyes now. Look, we are joined together now.
This is some kind of trap.
Trap? Hardly. Think of it as a ritual that allows us to communicate.
I'll use this as the
The
thumbnail, I think.
golden threads of Nestia entwine us, capable of sensing even the slightest quiver. We are bound to speak the truth to each other this way.
Right.
You will learn the truth about this world from me. And in return, I ask for you to promise me something. Fulfill this pact between us, and you can expect your journey on Amphoreus to be free of troubles.
This seems a little sus.
Did you feel that? The golden threads are rippling. They reveal the distrust you still have for Akima, and I take it upon myself to dispel these concerns. You learned the legends of Amphoreus from those bath sprites a while ago, but that was a sanitized version that spared you from the harsh and bitter realities of our history. The pantheon of titans that once ruled our world has become the very affliction that eats away at Amphoreus. An unfathomable power changed something within most of these titans, inducing their rage and madness.
Sounds like a Stellaron.
Amphoreus has since fallen into eternal night, the black tide engulfing our world. Akima is now the only city to still receive light, and we owe it to Kevali's protection. The Chrysos heirs gathered here are Amphoreus' only hope. People hail us as heroes, as protectors, and as deliverers. They are counting on us to vanquish the Titans, reclaim their core flames, topple them from their thrones, and take their authority for ourselves. It is only upon reclaiming all core flames that the miracle of Genesis can reveal itself, granting a new lease on life to this broken world. This is Amphoreus' flame-chased journey. A band of heroes dedicated to slaying the gods and reclaiming the 12 core flames for the world to start over anew. With the end times before us, we are expected to lead all of our people toward the summit. Akima needs as many allies as possible to aid us in the upcoming battles. The two of you may be just the reinforcements that the Chrysos heirs have been waiting for. If I'm putting my hopes in the wrong place, so be it. But for Amphoreus, I am willing to take the chance. I have laid my heart bare, and in return, I just want you to make a single promise. Promise me to never tell the people of Arkema about the worlds beyond the sky, no matter what may happen. Arkema is approaching its end. I do not wish to give my people false hope. Not when we've been badly scarred by it before. Can you promise me that?
Well, we're not given any options here, yeah?
Thank you. The agreement between us is now complete.
Interesting, though. You want to keep a
I apologize
masquerade?
if this ritual upset you, but I hope you understand. I had no other choice. As much as I am interested to hear your story, I'm afraid I've already taken up too much of your time. Mr. Dunhung's worrying has created ripples in the water. Why don't the both of you tour our holy city? See how our people make ends meet in this difficult time. I will have your welcome gifts ready later today.
Well, interesting. She wants us to uphold the masquerade. And I wonder why. It's usually something a little bit makes you feel a little sus, I guess. You're finally back. What did she say to you? The lady information obtained from Maglea and the agreement reached. Promised not to tell her people about her interstellar voyages. I didn't expect that to be her only concern. But this is consistent with how Finian was acting when we were the Abyss. Something is definitely off about this world. Even on a planet as isolated as Eurylos 6, the people still had an understanding of space, and even paths and aeons. The sky above Amphoreus, though, is more like a prison. They clearly have advanced technology, so who could imagine that even discussing what's beyond the sky would be a taboo? Do you remember the mass of chaotic matter concealing Amphoreus and the rest of the universe? I can't help thinking that someone is intentionally keeping Amphoreus hidden. Their titles could also be related to some aeon. Stop thinking about your broken spear. Find out and promise to fix it. You can ask him about it when you see him. Let's explore the city like Elias suggested. To help defend your city after all. There's a good chance to fish around for information what has left a good impression of us. You can also take some photos for our records. Okay. Well, that feels like a good place to stop for now. Got our introduction to the new world, a little bit of new settings, and in the next session we can go look around the market, talk to some people. Yep. Alright chat, thanks for watching. I'll be back to more MSQ sometime soon, so yeah, look forward to it. Have a good one.